today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, this is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Time on, set to kick off.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway in Southern California. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
Incomplete.
Throwing again. Lock. They'll find Lindsey here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On third and long, it's Lock. Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
Lock's pass.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Denver.
On first and 10, here's Lock. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
The kick is good.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
Ty Long set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon, and he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
The tackle.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Here's Hill on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He's going to look downfield for Henry. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine.
And look at this, it's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Shotgun snap to Locke. Now Locke, he wants the football to tell. And picked up by the Chargers. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And it's good to make it 14-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Time on, set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again.
And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tackled at the 27-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
On the coverage.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Block working out of the gun, and that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Watch out for Hill on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
On the deep ball.
To throw again. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Badgley on for the extra point.
Extra point.
And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Time on, set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Roughing the passer, defense.
This crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Throwing on first down is Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
The 46-yard line.
Now a throw here, hold in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Locke's pass. Complete to Jerry.
These guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 21-0 our score after 1.
Chargers 21. Broncos nothing.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this is recovered by the Chargers. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And it's complete. Henry. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, 28 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
long set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on.
If second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now this one complete on the slant route.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
14.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Lock throwing on target to Fant. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
The 44-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun. Lock. Now Lock. He wants the football to town. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now Herbert following the turnover. This complete to Henry over the middle.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
It's a pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights in an hour. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And this offense is running away with this one.
Chargers.
Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket, and when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
And he knocks it through.
The kick is good.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Time on, set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Locke will try again on second down.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Linval Joseph.
Coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
They run it here with Gordon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
First and 10 at their own 20.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. As you see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here, it's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. He's at the 30, past the 20. Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down as his guys continue to pour it on.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Badgley on for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
His kick.
Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Ty Long set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun. Locke. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy.
And it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
4th down.
A final shot before half for Locke. And that's caught inside the 30. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His 5 touchdown passes have him on a record pace. As for the call of the second half, we'll turn it back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but it'll be second down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to look for Allen now in the deep ball. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have. And they're going to fake it for deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far.
Number 25, Melvin Gordon, the ball carrier.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. From the gun, Lock. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. So far, solid, and we're still in the third quarter.
There's nothing wrong with solid. You want to be that. You want to be reliable. You want to be a guy that puts your team in a position to have a chance to win. And that's what we're seeing from him. And there's also that...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, LA. Mike Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Time on, set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On second down now, it's Lindsey, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Lock now on first down.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's held. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
He'll get this to Eckler.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. His pass caught with the 4. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And this is obvious. obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this game.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Blocks pass.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It's third down. And
now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Philip Lindsay.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lock. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Operating from the gun. Locke, open man handler, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took them 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Taiwan set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Lock now on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. From the gun, Lock. They'll find Lindsey here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Lock, pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Again, it's Lock. This is the tight end, Fant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
This is Gordon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Denver.
To throw it is Lock. Now Lock, he wants the football. It's out. Discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long.
Shotgun snap and again to Lindsey. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The kick by McManus is good.
The kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
63. Broncos 10.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 26.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Number 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. He slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good.
You got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. There he goes again. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd down, Eckler. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He's to the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Badgley on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
Ty Long set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door, and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Locke. He'll get that complete to Albert O. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And that will write a finish to this ball game. and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.